special guests today. We have John Doze and Skip Truth, as well as myself and Spider. So, John, I appreciate you joining us. I know a lot of Quid people have been looking forward to this because I've been kind of talking it up a bit.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And
Yeah, me too. What's up?
Yeah, Skip's,
Thanks for
Skip,
joining.
you get to be center of attention, so this should be fun.
That was a mistake. You'll see.
Awesome.
And Gins, back to you.
So you guys just did Comic-Con, I think, this past weekend. You guys were out at the Quid booth. Were you there all weekend, or how'd that go?
Just Saturday, pretty much all. It was a blast. We definitely had the booth was hopping for sure all day. And Skip was telling to the fine folks at Comic-Con. I don't know how accurate they were. Anyway, it was great.
They were super accurate. Just to let you know, everybody's for and they made a lot of money. Like I foretold, there were several marriages in love. Anyway, it was a real success.
Nice.
Did you preside over the marriages people while you were there?
Although I am an ordained minister of the Universal Life Church, I did not. I to experience the rest of their lives in peace.
Okay. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. My fee is also exorbitant, so I think they saw the price tag and they were like,
I could see that being a
You're worth
problem.
the money, though, right? You should be worth the money.
Right.
well, I think so. That's why I charged it much.
Very nice.
Plus, you can tell them if marriage lasts too. So.
Well, nobody can see that. You were telling everybody how great Comic-Con was and how many segments you saw. I think you were just about to say. It's we're into it.
So one of the questions I know is that I want to know, and a lot of people ask me, is where can we get the merch? I know Hayden was out there from Pop Culture. He went live, and a lot of people seen the pillows, and I think you had pins and stuff out there. Is that something that's coming soon?
Yeah, we're going to really, I guess what we call them as digitals will be as well as rewarding like we did last month. The canvas and a pin was somebody won that. Pillows and figurines and as well as pins. That'll be this month of December. So and moving forward, we're not available anywhere else. It's just through Quid and the winners.
Well, I mean, I need something to go with. I won the canvas.
Like, is that a boss? You did win the canvas. Nice.
Yeah, I won the canvas.
All right. Well done. Yeah, I know some people. We can hook you up. We can definitely hook you up with some pillows and yeah.
Awesome.
But everybody else, I'll show you.
I'd love to have one of those pillows.
A sneak of the pillows that will be coming this month. Here is one character. I don't know if you can see it. This guy, he was
Yeah.
and that's
Super cool.
so yeah, those are sure. Then we have, just to give you a sneak peek at the there.
Oh. I want all the merch. All
Right? That's what I was like, I'm looking for my wallet
Anyway,
actually. Like, what do I need to pay?
The sneak peek. But and eventually we'll be doing it into next year. Probably in the next 6 months, merch will, in a bigger way. Now we have limited stock. But so we were saving it for the quitters. How they, I guess they reward sets that you complete, and instead of the eye holes, maybe we'll be, I think we're going to be giving away merch. So the eye holes, Steve? And
The eye holes, that's my favorite. As you know, like, my Quid name is like, my original Quid name was the Eye Hole Man, but after
right.
it changed, so I had to collect everything. It's in the name.
Nice. It's in the name. Very nice. So yeah.
Yeah, that makes
Anyhow, that
makes sense that you won the canvas. It's very apropos.
Yeah, I don't want to say how much I spent. I spent a lot of money.
As soon
I
as
had to
he
make
saw
sure I
this,
won.
as soon as he saw this channel launching on Quid, he was all over it. It was done. He was just every single set and get every single thing he could. So he's been with it from the very start. He's, I think, top
Fantastic.
number one in almost every set.
Yeah, almost. There's one set I'm not number one in. Maybe one. I'll get there one day.
Yeah, you have to
All
work
right.
on it.
Nice. Yeah. So so that's the deal with the merch. I mean, we've got limited amount left, and like I said, we're going to do it as the rewards through 2 or 3 months. I don't know if it'll last longer than that, and then hopefully by the middle of next year we'll be rolling out some. So we'll see. I hope.
I hope too.
Yeah.
My wallet's ready. I'll make sure to save some money just in case.
Nice.
And then the next, when's the next Quid drop, John?
Next quick month, I believe in a couple of weeks. I don't know the exact date, but I'll announcement in the next week or so. But yeah, we're dropping some identities, unidentified subjects, and I've sprinkled a little holiday spice into the collection. Also, adding something new to this collection run, but we're adding another dimension to our. So if you can figure that one out, it's going to be very cool. Yeah.
You're not, is it that's not a Rick and Morty reference, is it?
No.
Maybe?
No.
No, I was like, damn.
No, it's so that's it coming this month as well. So for that,
That's exciting, John.
Yeah.
Sounds like you've been sculpting or something. I don't know. Is the dimension time?
no.
Do they disintegrate? Oh, okay.
No.
I'm a bad
No, I
guesser.
don't think there'll be any disagreement. You're close, but not there yet. So yeah, that's what's coming down the road this month from us at EYEdentity. It was, back to Comic-Con. It was a lot of fun. I mean, the creators of Florida Cat, which I thought, I think that is just that whole concept. I love it. And they were there the same day we were. And then, I met Hayden and Klaus from Pop Culture and saw that whole operation. Pretty dang impressive, for sure, what they've got going on.
Great. They were like our biggest champions. They were bringing people over.
Yeah.
To get their fortune. They were super cool.
Yeah. Very good. They kept bringing people over, throughout the day to get their friend's fortune.
I'm actually presiding over Hayden's wedding in next year.
Okay. Nice.
He hasn't gotten engaged.
So you're going to be there? You're officiating, I take it? You're officiating his wedding?
Yep. Yeah.
Awesome.
We're gonna have to
During
stream that live.
one Comic-Con. Yeah, we totally should. He doesn't know his fiance yet, though. It's a weird situation, but I can tell you we're so close now. He's gonna ask me to officiate.
That was some fortune truth seeing type thing you just did there. You just know that.
I see all. Yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you.
So what's the inspiration behind Identity?
Great question. This is that has been in the works for many years. The inspiration to answer your question was, if you can believe it, the Apple 2000, I believe 2007, and it was Apple the Nano Shuffle that was released. So I was inspired by that, and for more or less of a product, I was like, this thing needs a face, not just a case, but it was just at the beginning. People had just started, companies were just starting to make cases for the app, and so I came up with this. I'll show you here. This is the original character, and this is a three-dimensional case here. And so basically, how it works was the first trying to get in the camera there. The first iPod Nano Shuffle, and so we made this case. And so how it works is you the top of his head down into his head, and then the battery is obviously dead on this, but so you flip his lid here and playlist, and the eye would turn it on. The track, that's where it would line up. That was our first product, and we did very well.
That
with
is
it.
extra
And
cool.
That is really cool. Really cool.
We were in Kid Robot and some other mom and pop stores around them, and then we expanded into skins and the silicone skins, and we kind of transitioned into that's when we started going into entertainment background. And so anyhow, we went down that path and NFTs. And it was like, what's this? Because I had so many characters at the time, and it was a perfect fit. The animal collectibles and the metaverse, So we navigating through this world the last year or so, and we couldn't be more happy that we did. It's been great. What is it? 19 months with Quid, and we're loving it. So, but the inspiration was the iPod. It was like, oh my God, this thing needs a face. And so that was
That explains the shiny, because I know the shiny of that in app is actually like it's the face of an iPod. It's like the little clicker button.
yeah, it's the track wheel.
Yeah.
So his when the shiny blinks, it reveals the track wheel. But yeah, you're absolutely. And then now people know it probably makes no sense whatsoever if you guys there a track wheel in his eye, but that's why.
It's pretty awesome. So how did you find Quid? Like what made you like did you put your product out to anywhere else, or like how did you end up with Quid?
No, we ended up with Quid through acquaintance, as well as she's the Jim Henson company, and we worked together in the past, and she said, I need to get this in front of we need to see Quid, and I was like, oh my god, and they loved it, and we next thing we do, I think we showed them in September, I think it was the end of August, and then they said they wanted to launch it in August. So a lot of the art was already done, so it was pretty deep as getting the drop up and out there. So that's how, yeah.
And it
So we can thank
sold really well.
the Henson company. It did. It sold out. All those are sold out.
Yeah. We were it was really, really exciting. So anyway, you were gonna say.
So we can thank essentially, because I know we had got Dark Crystal, which of course is Henson. So they're essentially to thank for you coming our way. That's kind of cool.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. So a lot more exciting things to come next year for sure. We one I know you're going to bring up new projects as far as identity goes. We're going to have the plan is to launch Avatar next year, third or fourth quarter, but it's where everybody can create identity and build their avatar and go out into the metaverse, and so that's the big plan. So we're but that's where you can customize your avatar.
Well, John,
I could make
except
one of
I'm
myself.
worried that my avatar is going to have 0 eyes.
Why? Are you worried about?
Well, because like the idea is you subtract an eye, so that leaves.
I see. Good. I think I haven't really thought that through about you. I would have to.
Yeah, that's just me, John. I'm just worried.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Okay. Can everybody hear me by the way? Something.
I can hear you.
There's a lot of noise on this beach. Seagulls. So
Seagulls.
a lot of
Be careful.
screaming kids. Like
If they're flying overhead, you
Thank
may
you.
want to get an umbrella or something.
yeah, but somebody told me it was good luck if you're pooped on by a seagull. We're no longer friends.
Well.
Yeah,
I
saying.
can understand why.
But yeah, they're playing volleyball over there, and they're just screaming. It's weird. Yeah. So anyway, sorry.
The sun is. Somebody just asked if we're going to have pet. That's so funny that they asked that, because that is in the conversation. Very cool. that somebody's asking about that.
I also asked if there would be any 3D figures coming in the app if you plan 3D type release within Quidd.
That could possibly be, yeah, for sure. There will be.
Yeah.
I'm not
Good
sure.
question.
Yeah. Yes, but it's in the works.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's very cool. Not all of them. We're doing a select few, but eventually, once we get the production, be knocking out a lot of 3D characters, pose as well, because we're gearing up for the avatars, which will be 3D.
What is
That's gonna be
what's
very
one of your
cool, new
biggest
show.
personal inspirations?
I'm sorry. What?
So what's one of your biggest personal inspirations? Like just in general that kind of got you into like everything that you do.
Say I would have to say there's a handful, but I would have to say from a very young age, I just loved that Jim Henson did. Especially with the puppets. I just thought it was so fresh, and growing up, it was just so different. But also a fan of Universal Monsters and the classic Universal Monsters, as well as the Munsters, the Blast. So I like all that stuff. So that I picked up. I started drawing, I think, when I was 3. And my told me anyway. But so I'm going to go with it. But yeah, I was I was inspired by Disney, of course. Disney and Chuck Jones, the Looney Tunes. That was me. I was all over all of that. And I was fortunate enough to show and produce it with Henson a few years back with. Wow, that's just a whole. That's just amazing. The talent and the skill sets that was for sure. So it's kind of
Plus,
it's a
John,
long.
you told me that you get most of your like inspirational moments taking bubble baths, lots of Chablis,
Yeah.
and then you get in your nice puffy Roni slippers on.
I think you have.
Isn't that where everybody gets in?
Yeah. I mean, would. I just prove so. I usually take showers, but yeah.
Thanks for sharing, Skip.
Hey, you're welcome, John. Happy to be of service.
Appreciate it. So, that was definitely my inspiration. There's, Disney. I think when I was 3 or 4 years old when I went to the Haunted Mansion for the first time, and I turned back in through the exit. Like, we need to go back into that place. Cool. So.
It all by Ray Harryhausen's work. Like Seventh Voyage of Sinbad. I just remember clocks. I'm just curious if you imprinted on that somehow.
I didn't skip.
All right. Asked and answered. Moving on.
Moving on. Next. All right.
So I know you've done work with like Cartoon Network and obviously Jim Henson. Has there been anything that's kind of been like a setback that you had to kind of like overcome to like move forward like in your career?
Yes. Yeah. There was I created this one project and the world, as well as sculpting all the main characters. And I sold it to a studio, and it had the sensibility. It was dark, but a dark comedy. It's not a broad market. It wasn't like a 4-quadrant like family film. So nothing happened with it. It was soul crushing. I mean, so I was so bummed because I spent probably a good 2 years, and but the thing is, I went in there really selling the idea, characters, and what they wanted to do with it was water it down, family film, and it was not that. And unfortunately, it just, and so I will never do that again. If it lost its authenticity, and that was a huge bummer. So still a bit damaged from now, but hopefully one day I'll be in this world. That's what excites me about Web3 and just all of this, because I come from animation and just bits and pieces like shorts, versus to do 11, 22 art codes, and it's gotta we gotta deliver it this time. Here it's just, let's produce a 3-minute episode, let's produce 5 minutes, and this kind of this with the creative that was intended for from the beginning, But that, again, a long-winded answer, but that's how that for me. I was just like, wait, what? I was so excited, that this made this film, this animated film, skewed older. So
Maybe it's something you could try to bring to Quid. Who knows? Just a thought.
Not, believe me, the thought has crossed my mind for sure. Yeah.
What's I mean, maybe Skip has this answer. What's his story?
Oh, wow. All right. So I was born. John, what? You always do this when I try to tell my story. I know it's different every time, but my point is, just, all right, small cabin in the woods.
Lunch.
What? Never mind. You don't want my story. It's boring. You know where it ends up? Right here, in a beautiful, permanent sunset. It's lovely here, except for the kids who fell off of there. That was tragic.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Well, my take, regarding Skip, I created a Skip Truth. I'm more of the behind the scenes, low key artist. Not really, I'm just not the big self promoter. So I created Skip Truth, handles everything for me, mostly everything. He's the middleman. He does my hopefully one day he'll be an auctioneer, right, Skip?
Sure. Yeah, I'm auctioning. My job is to sell. Because, yeah, Jack doesn't like talking about himself. And I can talk about myself full time. I often do. So I'm the perfect guy to shill for all the things that, honestly, I love the product. I believe in it. It's good stuff. So there you go. It's easy. My job's simple.
Are you going to be doing his taxes too soon? Do you do taxes too?
Yeah, I will.
It may not be right. You might get some extra money out of it.
Oh, no, you're definitely going to be audited. But I will do them. And you're going to get a sizable refund. Probably not justified, but you will get a refund. Idiot! Or your pizza's free. I mean, taxes.
Nice. I think I'll use my my Doze for the time being.
Might be safer.
All right.
The offer's
Just
there.
a little.
Skip guarantees you'll get audited. That's a win, right?
Yeah, right.
Hey, you know what? Keeps you
It's a
honest.
guarantee, at least.
Yeah, right. Right.
At least there's no question about it. You're like, oh, is the tax man coming for me? Yeah.
Fantastic.
Left guessing. Absolutely. You
Nope.
just know
Nope.
without a doubt.
Yeah.
From an artist standpoint, what do you think is the? Because I mean, there's been a lot of advances in technology. What do you think has been the most beneficial as an artist?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, you know, I as far as for what I use, the Adobe Suite, which, you know, I've been using. I had a pajama a couple of years ago, and but as far as today's world, I think that, you know, I kind of touched on it earlier, was the is collectibles. I mean, for artists in today, I mean, I think it's so exciting, you know, to connect with your fan base or create more of a fan base through, you know, like what we're doing here and with Quid and all of that. I think is it's an amazing time for artists. You can't go out and, you know, get a gallery going or it's not that easy. And not that this is, but it's a lot more accessible. So I feel like that is I think, you know, with what's happening with avatars and gameplay, all of this is and I feel like we're just at the beginning. I would have to say that, you know, and I don't know what I know, what, you know, with what I know animation world. I mean, I think it has endless possibilities. So different from the traditional, you know, television and film. Not that that's not. I love that world too, but this is a lot. It moves a lot faster, you know, for sure. Things happen quicker.
It seems that way. I mean, I think that's how it is for a lot of the advancements we've seen just in general. Even like you figure art was, you know, like a pencil to pad, and then even when you take cartoons, like people had to manually shade the cells and everything like that. Like, so now everything's pretty much digital. We're kind of more in a digital space, so to speak, and people who maybe during, like, when you were going onto the TV, like Saturday morning cartoons or something like that, it would be harder to get something back in, like, say, the 80s and 90s in front of people, whereas now, I mean, you can create something on Twitter, you can create something on YouTube, and just put, like you said, you can do like short episodes and just put an episode out there and get fans, because you'll be put in front of people who you never would have had an opportunity to before.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah. Forums like, you said Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. It's and more popping up. That's just it's like I said, the potential is just, so I sit there
and I feel so many people get discovered that way. It seems as they'll put something out there and then a studio will be like, hey, because it's a studio who probably, back in the day, like, and I mean, I'm more familiar with like the music industry a little bit, is you would send a demo tape in and it went to somebody's drawer or it went to a bin and then maybe they listened to it, but most of the time you're not getting listened to. Is now people are actually going out to discover people in a different fashion than what it was, 20, 30 years ago.
I mean, YouTube, right? I mean, that's what people are getting discovered, and you don't have to leave your desk, because it's very properties out there, in the even in the adult space, but are discovered on or TikTok or whatever, where just like you said, they do, they get enough fun and it gets some traction and sometimes goes viral and goes knocking on your door saying, talking to you about a series. So
yeah,
even if
didn't 50 Shades of Grey start off as fan fiction?
you sure about
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it did.
I think it did. There's a couple of movies like that started out fiction.
Yeah, that which explains a lot. Is she found her audience through, people online. I'm starved for touch, and I need to read something. And they did, and the.
I mean, even if you take like YouTube, that's how Justin Bieber exists. He was discovered on YouTube. I think I think Usher found
Justin Bieber.
Yeah, he was yeah.
A Pharaoh of SNL. I think he was discovered on YouTube doing impressions. Same deal. I think.
Who?
Carly Rae Jepsen. You don't know Carly Rae Jepsen? All right. Anyway.
Yeah, Bieber was what was it? Son and Usher discovered him on YouTube. He was.
I mean, there's stuff that's exclusive to YouTube. I mean, like Bravest Warriors. I think that's Bravest Warriors. I think is that Pendleton Ward. I forget who's the person behind Bravest Warriors, but most of that's on YouTube. And then like I think a lot of the old cartoon Hangover stuff is sitting on YouTube. You have like Has Been Hotel. There's a bunch of really cool cartoons that have stuff on YouTube exclusively, and they have a fan base. They have a loyal fan base.
That's great. Yeah, in their own channel on YouTube. These brands have their own channel.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's not that's a great way to if you can get the funding to produce the content. That is to go for sure. Not as many limitations, you know. To you, you know, the creator to build your audience. So, right, Skip?
You betcha, John. But
I was
that's why
hoping
we're
you weren't falling
spectacular. What?
Yeah.
No,
so-
I'm not falling asleep. Open? Yeah, maybe. I've been known to do that. Sometimes I enjoy ginger beer and diamond tap, and then I open. John knows. I party hard.
Sounds like it.
Like ginger beer, I can get behind. I don't know about the Dimetap part.
A little
I thought
cherry
it was Benadryl. The Benadryl's the one that I guess crazy partiers go for. Might be a little more
that
hardcore.
too. I'm digging the Benadryl. I like a little bit. You name it. If it's got a
like
fruity
some
flavor, I'm in.
Tylenol with codeine. Right?
The gold standard right there.
And
Nothing
very cool.
like a Tylenol with codeine. It
Sprite?
gets rid of your
What is
headache
it?
and
he's
gives
gonna
you
tell
another
us how to make lean. That's his favorite drink.
I'm not. But
Do you like the grape flavored Dimetap, or is it all grape?
no.
I remember grape flavor.
They are super good. Oh yeah.
Grape Dimetap
That's
was
good stuff. Definitely.
absolutely is.
How do they get right flavor? Has anybody ever had an actual grape that tastes like that?
No.
I'm just
No.
saying it is not a grape flavor.
Well, do any grape flavors ever taste like grapes though? Really?
Yes. If you get
No.
muscat grape gummies from Japan, they taste very, very much like boom. Hot
I'm gonna
take.
have
Are those
to look for that. Okay.
the ones that are chocolate covered?
They are not, sir. They're individually
No.
wrapped.
Chocolate covered grapes?
No, they have Japan has like these. They have a bunch of candies that come in like tubes, and they're like they have different flavors, and they're chocolate covered like gummies. Individually
Tube
packaged.
candy.
That just sounds good.
Yeah, but not in a bad way.
It's kind.
That makes it sound worse than it is.
What
a
makes it
little.
what?
Tube candy. Skip likes tube candy, I guess. The best kind.
Tube candy. Woo!
And if it tastes like grape Dimetap, all the better.
Better.
Yeah, I'm into some weird stuff. John will tell you.
That's okay. We all
There's
are.
a marketing idea for you. Is you make Dimetap flavored gummies.
That, sir,
Skip would be the
is a
biggest
genius
buyer.
idea on it.
See?
I'm just gonna buy some fruit pectin tap, and I'm gonna make my own. So thank you for the idea.
$1 million idea.
Mhm.
You just stole it.
With gummies.
So is most of the artwork behind you? Is that all? That's all stuff you created, I assume, right?
Yeah,
You have
some of it
favorite piece? Is there a favorite thing that you've created?
Yeah, but it's not up there. The property that I mentioned earlier that I sold to the studio, besides Identity, I mean, this is, and I'm not just saying, has been a blast, and I've been working on this for so many different versions. That's kept it exciting, you know, and the time we've gotten it out there in a bigger way than the retail 2000s. But yeah, I would have to say that property. Show you a sculpt or two. I mean, here's one of our friends. This guy.
Oh, that's cool.
Skip. There you have it. This is I didn't sculpt him,
Awesome.
but this is a print. You like that,
That is-
Skip?
Hot.
Right.
Need it. Yeah, everybody needs one of those.
Is that Skip's wife?
Yeah.
No, this
No,
is his counterpart.
No.
She will be joining him later as a co-host. For
She's a work colleague.
yes,
Solely a relationship. It is a professional working relationship. And I'm happy to keep it that way. End of story.
this is just one of my other sculpts that I've done. This guy. I like to do. I like characters with one eye. It's much easier.
That'd be easier for me. I can't draw eyes that good.
Get one eye in there and center it, and you're good to go. Yeah. So, I mean,
John draws them real good, but he got one. That's all he has is stamina for. Why don't I have one? He's like, so done drawing circles. I need another bubble bath. Boof.
Yeah. Absolutely. So,
See,
yeah,
I know
mean,
you.
I would have to say, you know, one of my probably one of the favorite characters I did was this character named Dinko, and something that I was just kind of scribbling around, you know, on a piece of paper and turning into a plush toy, and then a children's alien, which was on Cartoon Network. So that was the lead character. So I think that's my other favorite piece of art. I'm big on characters. That's my strength. I love creating, designing characters, and the world.
So you designed the main character for, was it My Pet Alien? Is that what you said?
For Pet Alien, yeah, I created.
Yeah,
that was my show. Pet Alien was my show. Like I said, it started out with you know, a very plush toys, collectibles, and then we self-published them, and we distributed with the toys, and then the Cartoon Network, and yeah, they worldwide acquisition, and so that was we got to get. I think it was 104 episodes.
yeah. I looked it up earlier because I was looking. There was even like a DS game, right, for the Nintendo
Yeah.
DS. There's even a DS game for it too.
Yep. There was the DS game. It was great. We had a great run with that. We it was definitely popular in Europe as well. Our co-production partners were out of England and France. So as well, and then here. Yeah, that was cool. It was a good run.
Yeah, that would be one thing. Like for me personally, that'd be kind of surreal. Like I'm a Nintendo fan, so having a game for something that I'm like, hey, I created that. Like that's
Right.
to me, that's kind of surreal a little bit.
Yeah, believe me, and it was happening fast. All of it was happening so fast. Once, I mean, whatever. It seems like 10 years to get there, and then once it hits, it just seems like it's just jump on the train. The train is moving, and but yeah, it was. Oh my God, Nintendo. It seemed like that was almost more exciting than TV. Yeah, it was really cool.
It seems like so Skip's popular, and somebody asked if maybe an exclusive Skip set on Quid is a thought. Everybody loves Skip. Not to boost his ego, because he seems like he might have a little bit of an ego, just a tad bit.
Just a smidge.
I'm the most humble person in the world. Ask anyone. Okay, you might be right.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take a look at this. This December might just be. There might. There might be a Skip truth in the for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
A whole drop of me?
Yeah.
I think that's
Skip on
great. I think
vacation.
that's a great idea.
Yes, Skip on vacation.
Skip at
Popular,
the
you
beach.
think,
People. My diet transformations. You should do a drop of that.
I'm sorry. Your what?
My diet. You know how I went from like 5 pounds to only 2.5 small.
Yeah.
I'm a tiny man. I'm basically vinyl figure sized.
Yeah. I think your head here is a little on the heavy side. Maybe that's where you lost your 2.5 pounds. Was in the head. You're not smiling.
It's like he's mad.
That's an evil
That's
eye
me
if I
being
ever
mad.
saw it.
I'm just yeah.
Grr.
Can you play?
Just
it?
hypnotize you. Ooh, you're getting sleepy. What'd you say? What were you asking, John?
Play a short tune for us, or?
Oh yeah, is it dance party time? Here we go.
Nice.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He has the dance moves. He can officiate weddings. He can guarantee you an audit for your taxes. Yeah, a whole set based on Skip's life.
He can't do. I mean, really, it sounds like all covered.
There is nothing. I am all powerful. Wanted to break out my Oz head. Thank you for giving me an.
The Oz head. Drop.
Sweet.
Sweet.
What's that?
That's
Did I miss something?
Nope.
Is this your card? I just wanted to do a trick.
You didn't have us draw a card though. You just showed us a card. So that was my card.
It was all of our cards. And he does tricks too.
So good at math. I do.
Is there anything you don't
Plus,
do?
I drop F. No.
He drops that bomb.
My F bomb. See, there's an F on it. Boom.
nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Now everybody wants a skip set. It seems like. I knew you would steal the show. I told you.
All right. Well,
All right,
It
cool.
says they need a skip in their home. We all need a skip.
Yeah. We all need
Yeah, give me a
Oh.
skip Bluetooth speaker. There you go.
That's yes. I'll give you a sample.
Very
Yeah,
impressive.
that's what we all
We
need.
absolutely all need one. Absolutely all need one.
This is how Skip would probably spy on all of us, though. We would all have them in our homes, and he'd activate them so he could see what we're doing.
Yeah.
One needs a skip nanny cam.
Well, who needs Alexa? You could just be there for
That's
all our informational purposes.
great idea.
It is a great idea. Yeah.
And then if turn the lights on, I'll be like, nah.
Do it yourself.
Yeah.
What are your legs broken?
And see, but that's an inspiration
be-
for exercising, right? Get up
Yeah.
and move around.
Right.
Absolutely. That's how I went from 5 pounds. That's my whole secret. Skip's diet tips.
Awesome.
Ta-da.
And we need here now with the F bomb.
Yeah.
Right?
With the F bomb.
We definitely do.
Skip does
Yeah, make
magic
sure to-
tricks.
Make sure to screenshot it
It-
so you can sit. Miss it.
I missed.
This
The Skip-
only have one
Hopefully
leg.
somebody else got it.
How many legs you got, Skip? Somebody is asking if you
What's that?
do you have only one. You have one leg.
Legs.
Legs.
They're real chubby, but I got two of them. Cankles. But
Ankles? He's like, I don't have legs, I have
Yeah.
ankles.
I mean, they're big posts. They're big blobby legs. I'm not real proud of them, but I got two
No?
of them.
All right.
Don't I, John? Is that true?
Sure. Yeah. I see two.
Compound leg. Okay. Well, that's good pants with 2 legs. And I was pretty sure I put my legs in those pants, but my reality is not what I think. Sometimes I doubt that my team in these troubled times. You know what I'm saying? Does anybody feel me out there?
I feel you, Skip.
Cut you.
Well, awesome. I mean, I appreciate you coming on. I know it was a little bit of work because I know you were planning out for Comic-Con and everything. So I'm glad we were able to make it work out this week.
Yes.
Something I look
Yeah.
forward to is I know somebody made fun of me earlier because they're like, "Oh, you're being a fangirl about it." Because again, like like Spider said, this is one of my favorite drops we've had on Quid in a while because I like the concept, and again, calling the awards being called eye holes is just very fitting.
Yeah.
But definitely one of my favorite products right now.
Thank you, man. That yeah, we're excited about what's to come. You know, I don't want to give too much away, but you know, obviously the Avatar, but that will be coming very soon. And this month, be sure and check out what we're dropping in a couple weeks. Right?
Yeah, I'm glad you told me, so I saved my money.
Yeah, save your money. Don't
Mhm.
buy anybody Christmas present. Identity and skip
Done.
truth, right?
Done. My kids don't need anything anyways.
Right. Exactly. They'll understand. No, thank you, and Spider. This has been great. And Skip the time to join us too.
I had so much fun. Thank you. You know, I just want to popularize John's genius. I want it to all the time, and how great his work is. And I think everybody should, you know, there are big things for identity coming up this year. So keep your eye out.
Yeah.
Just the one eye.
Out.
Just keep that one eye out at all
Yeah.
times.
What are you gonna go
Yes.
do now, Skip?
Well, I'm baths earlier, and I think I'm gonna go get some inspiration of my own. I'm gonna read Oprah's. I hope she wrote one, and then I'm going to have a nice glass of grape diamond tap and settle in for a nice evening's.
Perfect.
Sounds great.
All right. Thank you.
Well, yeah,
Much.
we might have to have you. We might have to have you come back again sometime. I'll reach out. But definitely, I'd love to have you back again.
To come back. Absolutely.
And Skip.
Oh, heck yeah.
We want Skip back too.
Yeah.
All right,
Gotta have Skip back too.
I'm in.
Yeah. No, everybody's
Awesome.
asking for Skip for sure. Well, thank you guys, and happy holidays.
Thank you.
Happy
You
holidays
too.
to you as well.
Thank you.
Thanks,
See you
everybody.
soon.
Happy.
Thanks for everybody for coming, for sure.
Yeah, we will see you guys next week. Same time, same place. Later, Quidiots.